Everybody, I am so excited about today. Because it is hot, I'm going to keep my remarks brief. All of you all who know me know that I can give you a 20-minute sermon, but I'm not going to do that today. But I would be remiss if I did not share with you all, to God be the glory, because this day is 7 years in the making. Community leaders, Mr. Mayor, came together at St. Anthony's Church to determine how we could be better friends to our neighbors who were paying exorbitant rents and to our neighbors where their community was deteriorating as a result of disinvestment. Through that effort, we decided to create a community land trust, land that is owned by the community for a public purpose. In this case, we decided to do housing for home ownership in Northeast Baltimore. And we decided to do housing for home ownership not in the easiest neighborhood to prove the theory, but we stepped out on faith, Reverend Hilliard, and chose the community that had the most challenges. And we are excited about the results and the possibilities. Along this journey, we met people who caught the vision. Reverend Blair, who's here, has been my confidant and said, Danny's, you can do whatever you want to do. I've seen you work. In addition to that, my good friend from the private financial community, Mr. Chris Rocky from PNC Bank, said, Danny's, I've caught the vision and I'm going to work with you all. And in fact, he took to his president the ask to invest $20,000 to create a mortgage product that he promised to share with other mortgage companies so that when these houses were built, we could in fact sell those homes. I'm going to stop right there because there are folks here who are on this journey with me who can tell the story as well as I. I'd like to bring forward, first and foremost, Mr. Garrett Good, who is the Executive Director for Knee-High. This gentleman is talented, nationally recognized, saw the vision. We couldn't even pay him, Mr. Mayor, and he said, I'm going to do this. Garrett, would you come forward, please? And I have never kissed him.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, I am Garrett Good, the Executive Director of Northeast Housing Initiative, and today is the culmination of many, well, this is my, going into my start my fourth year this fall, but a long journey and one that we want to celebrate. And we couldn't have done this without many of you, and I know it's going to be warm, so we asked my brother and I, who's in the, my brother's in the back of the room, and we have this joke because we're from the Old South in the church and say, take your time, Pastor. So somebody might take their time, but we ask you to bear with us because we wanted to make sure that everyone had the opportunity to participate and culminate this and celebrate this event with us today. Thank you for coming, and I'll turn it back over to the chair for prayer.
Thank you, Garrett. Again, as I began, I firmly believe in God, and that's my choice. So we could not begin this in decency and in order if we did not call in the God of your understanding to this meeting, to this celebration, to this opportunity. Reverend Father Ty, would you join us, please, and offer a prayer?
Isaiah was a prophet who was not afraid to speak up and speak out when he saw injustice in his community, in his part of the world. He bore the memories, the realities, the struggles of the people, but he also bore beautiful visioning as well. He also lifted up the stories from the community of hope and transformation. And it's to those words of Isaiah I want to share with us today from his 65th chapter about a world renewed May we see a little bit of that renewal right here in 4x4. For Isaiah says, "See, I am creating new heavens and a new earth. The former things shall not be remembered, nor come to mind. Instead, shout for joy and be glad in what I am creating. Indeed, I am creating Jerusalem a city to be a joy, and its people to be a delight. I will rejoice in the city, and I will exult in the people. They shall build houses and live in them. They shall plant vineyards and eat their fruit. As the years of a tree, so the years of my people. And my chosen ones shall long enjoy the work of their hands. For they shall be a people blessed by the Lord, and their descendants with them." We come here today to see for ourselves just how a neighborhood like 4x4 can make a prophetic vision of community development without displacement become real for the people of Baltimore. We see today with our own eyes the commitment to principles like housing being a human right, and how these principles inspire community members, developers, funders, public servants, and elected representatives to work together to create and support new models of permanently affordable housing. Isaiah sees that the rebuilding of any community needs this deep commitment to present and to future generations. Remember, he said, "As the years of a tree, so the years of my people." May we live, and may our descendants live to count the rings of development and growth around this city. For we see that same promise and commitment in a land trust, where permanently affordable housing is built upon land that is held in trust by the community itself. Here, 4x4 will be that community of itself, holding this land in trust for future generations of homeowners. And yes, Lord, may Chevelle Young and her family be the first of many new land trust homeowners who will be able to live here peaceably in their homes in this wonderful, visionary, exciting new land trust. And so we ask, continue to inspire and bless all who are working to make housing safe, secure, and affordable for all people, but especially for those in most urgent need of housing today and yesterday. Bless this home, and may the blessings of peace come upon Chevelle and her family. Graciously grant that all who live in this home and all who will visit it will be blessed with countless years of happiness, peace, and goodwill. And if we are willing, may we say together, Amen.
Thank you. It is now my privilege to bring forth our mayor. But before I bring him forth, I need to share with you all, this has been a journey. This man was my representative in the city council. He became the council president. He has always been concerned about the city, the entire city, and its youth. It is my privilege to bring forward to us this young man of courage, creativity, commitment to this city. But Mr. Mayor, before I bring you forward, there's one thing that I need to make sure that we all do. You cannot do anything without community, wholehearted participation. Have you all got his back? Let's act like it. Now, the mayor also knows Miss Dorsey from a long time ago, and he knows she's going to be playing. Mr. Mayor, I only have one ask of you. First of all, I want to thank you for your support through all of that 7-year journey. But I only have one thing I want to ask of you. As you know, you cannot build houses with straw. You got to have cash. And the private sector is prepared to support us. We need the public sector 20% partnership to get the job done. And we're poised to bring these houses across the city into development and into home ownership. But what we need, Mr. Mayor, is this. Regrettably, there's a lot of bureaucratic redundancy that you have inherited. We are asking for a round table of all of the cognizant agencies to sit down and figure out how to streamline and how to retool themselves so that they can deliver the needed dollars to the small developers. That's what we're asking for. Mr. Mayor, come on up here. Now, I want y'all to know that I hug him. Come on, baby.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so good to be home in the 4x4, a neighborhood that I have spent, I can't even count how many hours in over my last 15 years in city government. I can't come to the 4x4 and not get a bottle of water. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you not just today, but for keeping my brothers and I in the 300 Men March movement hydrated for all those years at night when we were walking around the 4x4. And in particular, I want to highlight something that this corner in particular means, and how we've come full circle. Actually, on one of our first street engagement, we engaged a brother at this corner who had a machete knife in his hand, and he was ready to go hurt somebody, but we were able to calm him down and get him into a better place. So to be here today to celebrate this in particular just shows what we can do when we come together as a community. This is a great day for our city and for Northeast Baltimore. We're here talking about community stewardship of land, something that in Baltimore for many years has just been an idea. But now today we see it here in practice. So I want to thank you, Madam Board Chair. Thank you, Mr. Executive Director, and everyone else who's been a part of NEHI. NEHI just happens to have their office in my neighborhood, right around the corner from my home. And we are talking about the success of NEHI and the success of the city's Affordable Housing Trust Fund, making this a great day indeed. I am very proud of our city for stepping up to support the model of the Community Land Trust. It's only the beginning. Madam Chair, I will say to you is that what you spoke about is the processes that I inherited, and we know I inherited a bunch. But I've already directed the city administrator and our deputy mayor to break down all of those silos in city government. And when we talk about making city government a 21st century city government, that means getting rid of processes and things that happened in 1995 that don't need to happen in 2021. We can be better. We all had high hopes for our Affordable Housing Trust Fund when it was established, and through the able leadership of David Bowers and the Trust Fund Commissioners, we are witnessing tangible results in the fruit of our labor today. We have only just begun our work in this vein, having announced our initial Community Land Trust Awards just this past March, and we know that land trusts can be and are a valuable tools used to close the wealth and equity gaps in cities with significant racial disparities. Local nonprofits like NEHI have helped show us the way. It's our opportunity now to follow and help that spread. And this example today exemplifies, we are on Bel Air Road, y'all, exemplifies the value. Our investment through the Trust Fund Award supports the work of local nonprofits, invests in neighborhoods, ensures long-term of housing, and what we are doing here today for Ms. Young and her family, building generational wealth. Truly, this project today, this partnership checks every single box. As your mayor, I'm committed and dedicated to advancing the use of those tools that will generate actual change in the communities, from the community up, not from City Hall out into the communities, together in partnership. The inequitable policies and practices that have harmed Baltimore over the years have to be reversed and supplanted with new forward-thinking practices that yield the type of results that we're witnessing today. Chevelle Young, I want to congratulate you and your son on this achievement today. And I want to thank you for allowing us to share in this moment today, and just hope that we will be able to celebrate you and many more of your neighbors in the years to come. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I also have to bring greetings from our Senator Corey McCray, who actually held up with a very important announcement. He's not going to be able to make it, Ms. Dorsey, but he told me to tell everyone that you know how much he personally believes in the 4x4, how much he understands this neighborhood and what we have to do together, and how he will work with you, me, everybody in the neighborhood to continue to push this initiative and our neighborhoods further. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, thank you, and do take our sentiments back to Senator McCray. Board members can tell you he met with us in a little breakfast spot as we began this journey. And he stays briefed every 2 weeks on what our progress is. Yeah, it was on Harper Road, lost in the 50s. Come on now. All right. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. And again, we are delighted to hear that your goal is to retool government to be a 21st century organization. And I'm sure the commissioner and all the agency heads will welcome that because it will make their work lighter, and their work is very, very demanding. With that, I'd like to ask Councilman Glover. Is Councilman Glover here? Okay, then I'd like to ask our acting commissioner, Alice Kennedy, to come forward. Without the support of your fabulous team and Mr. Mobley, who is here, who has worked with Ms. Dorsey, has been amazing in the short time that he's been here, Commissioner, and I mean that sincerely. Come forward, dear, because we really appreciate you and your team. Come forward.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Ms. Dorsey, and thank you to Garrick and everybody here. This is such an exciting day. I have told so many people over the weekend about the highlight that I feel as acting commissioner, that I get to be a part of this housewarming today, because it exemplifies so many different community coming together, partnerships coming together across all different sectors to realize where we are and to achieve such a forward-thinking program here in the city of Baltimore. I want to echo what Mayor Scott has said with respect to congratulating Knee-High on this achievement, as well as congratulating Ms. Young on being here and having this be your new home with your family and the purchase of this new home. We are extremely proud of the work that Knee-High is doing here in the 4x4, as well as the other community land trusts that are working across the city. I want to recognize one of the partners, Gedco and Nicole Battle is here, and they've been helping to support the work of the community land trusts through the Share Baltimore it's not really a conglomerate yet, but through the Share Baltimore organization and just all of the work across community land trusts that they're doing in all different neighborhoods, similar to the 4x4 across the city. Community land trusts play a key role in the revitalization of Baltimore. They prevent displacement. This is a key piece, especially for me as acting commissioner and as a focus of the Department of Housing and Community Development. We want to ensure that there's affordability within our neighborhoods and that members of our community are not displaced. They enable communities to create housing outcomes that the community wants, right? This is community-driven, community-led. They protect affordable housing and that affordability. They empower communities through the civic engagement, through the advocacy, and through the education that has gone into the community land trusts and the models. They promote, and not just promote, but they also achieve stewardship of the land within our communities, and that is a key focus. Overall, they help us transform vacant, abandoned, and foreclosed properties into permanently affordable properties and permanently affordable homes for our residents of the city, which is so important. Community land trusts are a piece of how we build sustainable, inclusive, and diverse communities within the city of Baltimore. I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the commissioners of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. Between the commissioners and the advocates, they had the forward-thinking work to have community land trusts be a key part of the spending plan for the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. The Commission, working in partnership with DHCD, has been moving all the goals of the trust fund forward. And they identified that long-term affordability is a critical priority, and the spending plan was set to support that. We've brought more than $2 million to the marketplace to support affordable housing for lower income households since the creation of the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. And we are currently now preparing to bring a second round of funding to support community land trusts, which we should anticipate that round of funding to come soon. I also want to recognize the work of Grounded Solutions. They have been a tremendous partner with DHCD as we've worked through professional support and the technical assistance needed to get us to where we are today, and supporting our work as an agency with the Community Land Trust. We have a number of different staff members. John Mobley, who's our director of the trust fund manager and the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, working diligently to get the agreements and everything through to make our settlements happen and projects like this come to fruition. Kate Edwards, who's our acting deputy of development, and the entire staff at DHTD. It's gratifying to know that through new approaches, such as the Community Land Trust, that we're making a difference in the transformation of our city. And I look forward to continued work together to increase that investment to meet the much needed demand that we have for affordable housing needs of the citizens and residents of Baltimore. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of this today. Congratulations.
I would like to invite my partners to come forward, and I'd like to invite you all to come forward at the same time. Nicole Battle, the Executive Director for GetCo, and if you've seen the Miracle on 33rd Street, houses that have developed, business spaces, this is the woman who's responsible for that. Denitra Branham, would you also come forward? And Jennifer Gould, Sophie Morley, will you all also come forward? Come on, ladies. We'll have the power of the ladies. Nicole, if you'll come here, and then you all flank Nicole. Coming up, and you go first.
Okay, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. As Miss Denise started, I want to thank the Lord, my Savior, for bringing me here today and also for giving me a purpose. I'm so excited about today. It was probably 2017 when we were asked to partner with Share Baltimore, Knee High, Charm City Land Trust, South Baltimore CLT, to really just look at bringing the CLT model and implementing the CLT model in Baltimore City. And it was through the partnership with DHCD and their willingness to partner and also fund this pilot that we are seeing the fruits of today. So thank you again, Mayor, Alice, all of you and your team, past administration and current administration, for your support and allowing us to continue. And we're now at the implementation phase, so thank you guys. It's a pleasure being here this afternoon to celebrate Ms. Young and Jakari on the purchase of their new home. So excited about that. And also I want to congratulate Knee High for the completion of the first CLT home, Community Land Trust home, in the 4x4. Congratulations. GetCo appreciates and thanks our partner Knee High and the other members of Share Baltimore for the opportunity to collaborate with you on strengthening our Baltimore communities and providing home ownership opportunities that are affordable during a time where we're seeing housing values are increasing and the cost burden of renters increasing as well. Accessing home ownership is difficult for certain populations, as we all know. According to DHCD's Housing Needs Assessment, home loan applications that were submitted by female primary applicants faced an 18% denial rate, compared to a 15% denial rate for male primary applicants and a 14% denial rate statewide. That's why it's so exciting and it's such a blessing to see that Ms. Young is a homeowner today. Congratulations to Garrick and Knee High for showing that there is an interest in the Community Land Trust model for home ownership, and your and your part in decreasing those statistics. Your work today shows that dreams can come true if you believe and support hardworking individuals and families who want to stay and invest in Baltimore City. Congratulations again to Ms. Young and Jakari, and thank you again for allowing GETCO to participate in your celebration today.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sinitra Braham. I'm the Executive Director for Bel Air Edison Neighborhoods Incorporated, affectionately known as Benny. Benny has served the Bel Air Edison community for 30 years and continues to be invested in providing services and programs that strengthen and bolster healthy, sustainable home ownership. That's why it's so important and special for me to be here to celebrate with you today, Ms. Young. I'm just really happy that you've reached your dream of home ownership and that we had a small part in that. Benny continues to want to think about how we can help to build wealth, economic and racial equity, as well as sustainable home ownership. Benny provides a host of services such as community organizing, home ownership counseling, financial coaching, small business marketing and development, just to name a few. This year alone, we've already helped over 500 families and individuals to reach their dream of home ownership and to access grant money to purchase a home.
Go ahead. Y'all, did you hear us say 500?
So it's my pleasure to be here with Garrick and his whole family from Knee-High to be able to celebrate with you and to tell you that we continue to offer our programs for free for homeowners, both our workshops 2 monthly, and also to be able to sit with a certified housing counselor to go over your whole host of financial affordability. What can you afford? What does it look like so that you could be fully prepared to make this important decision? And so I just want to thank Garrick for inviting me today, and I wanted to congratulate you and just say how happy I am for you and your son and your dream of home ownership. And I was thinking about it this morning. I fashion myself as a bit of a poet, so I thought about when I was reading your bio, and these are the words that kind of came to me. I said, I opened my eyes and stretched into the new day, yawned and felt the night melt away. I looked about the room and smiled. I was as giddy as a small child. I breathed in deeply and let my soul leap about the room. I jumped from the bed and danced to a new tune. I lifted my arms as my heart and spirit swooned, and then I sat in quiet reflection and just let my eyes roam. And as they fell on every corner, wall, and window, I knew I was home. Congratulations.
Come on, ladies. Now, when you hear affordability, I want you all to always know that we are building houses that I would want to live in. And so we need state of the art, we need verve, swerve, and curves. And the only way we can get that is through the generous sharing of gifts of these two ladies. Come on up.
Thank you so much, and thank you for those beautiful words. Not a dry eye in the house now. Hi, I'm Jennifer Gould. I'm the Executive Director of the Neighborhood Design Center. NDC's been around since 1968, supporting dreams like Ms. Young's and like Knee-High's and many other people in the city to provide technical design and planning services to make sure that all of the beautiful assets of the city are celebrated and uplifted for the people that live and work here. And we're just so grateful to be part of this family and help Ms. Young find her dreams in this place and to see many other people's dreams come true as we transform the city into a place where people can build wealth and joy in their own neighborhoods. So the community land trust model is such an important part of that as we look how to transform places that have been set aside for so long, come into a place that can be owned and brought home to the people that live and work there themselves. So thank you so much for having us be part of this family and part of your family, Ms. Young, and congratulations.
Thank you. You know, what's so exciting about this is This work cannot be done unless it's done with community. Before I go forward, I need to also acknowledge the community that supports Danice, and it's two. The first one is, with the board members and members of Nehi, would you just please stand and turn to the audience, turn to the cameras. Please stand. Come on, Nancy, y'all. Come on, Sadie, Melvin, Chris, thank you so much. But there's another family that's extremely important to me and this movement, and that's the Share family. You've heard about Share. Share is a network of community land trusts across this city who have the same vision and dream for their neighborhoods. And these folks did two things. Mr. Mayor, as you recall, these are the folks who hit the street to get a petition signed to do a charter amendment that created the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. And these are the folks who did the research to figure out how to get it publicly funding without adding to the property taxes. Share members, Lisa, I see you. Other Share members, would you please stand? Sharon, South Baltimore, Lisa, Cherry Hill. Is there anyone else here with me today? Khalil, Charm City, how you doing? These folks are the reason why we have this movement in Baltimore, and I can share with you, 5 years from now, when I am 75, you are going to see, yeah, I'm definitely 75, these boys keep me young. You are going to see an amazing, amazing transformation of this city in our mayor's first term. This is amazing. Okay, let me stop, because Mr. Mayor, when I start dreaming it, it becomes real. If I can conceive it, it's real. I'd like to ask forward some other very important partners to speak, and I want you all to come up at the same time. I'd like to ask Claude Hare from the Neighborhood Housing Trust, National Housing Trust. Claude, did I say your name correctly? All right now, because I'm Denise, and I get upset if they call me Denise. My dad was hoping I was going to be a boy, oh well. Mr. Mark Kaufman from the Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund. Come on, Mark. And then the man who I love, after my husband, God rest his soul, Mr. Chris Rocky. Chris, please come up here. Jerry Fulton Bank, come on, baby. Because those regional banks, they're the joint. Okay, y'all know where I'm going. Okay. All right. Who's gonna come first? Come on. But hold up, I want you guys around her. Where's Chris? Come on, y'all see her. Sean. Hold up. I didn't do my notes. Sean, how could I overlook you, baby? Because you have definitely been with me. Sean with Baltimore Community Lending. He and I go back longer than you and I, Chris. Okay.
I'm jealous.
Come on. Now, gentlemen.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Claude Hare. I'm the Director of Lending at the National Housing Trust, or NHT. And I'm thrilled to be here today representing our organization as we extend congratulations to Nehi and Ms. Chevelle Young for reaching this exciting milestone. For those of you who are unfamiliar with NHT, we are a nonprofit affordable housing organization based out of Washington, D.C. And our mission is to create and preserve affordable homes in order to provide opportunity, advance racial equity, reduce economic disparities, and strengthen community resilience. So we do this through advocacy work, through sustainability work, resident and community outreach, and lending, which is why I'm here today. We oversee 2 CDFI loan funds, one of which was actually the first loan fund solely dedicated to investing in community land trusts. Since the early 2000s, NHT has deployed more than 50 million in lending to mission-driven developers to build and preserve affordable homes throughout the country. And earlier this year, we provided a loan to Nehi in their efforts to acquire and renovate homes and ultimately to transform this community. And as our first CLT loan in Maryland, we are very proud to work alongside Nehi and all the partners here today as we advance even more opportunities in the city. So I'll close by saying to Chevelle and Jakari, congratulations on your new home from NHT and myself. I wish you joy and laughter and, amazing memories now and in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Dorsey, Garrett, congratulations. My name is Mark Kaufman. I'm with the Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund. We are thrilled to be here and to be helping in this project. The Neighborhood Impact Investment Fund was established about 2.5 years ago by the city. We're a community development financial institution here in Baltimore focused on working in alignment with the city to support its efforts and to bring capital to neighborhoods such as this, which have missed access to capital for so long in order to preserve wealth and equity. So we do that by working in alignment with the city. We do that by working with partners. We do that by working in the community. We are thrilled to be here and part of this transaction because it sort of hits, as many people have mentioned, all those notes. We're pleased to be working with the trust fund and with Alice and her team to support their efforts. We're incredibly pleased to be partnering with another CDFI and the National Housing Trust to bring community land trust expertise lending with us to Baltimore City. And we're incredibly pleased to be working with Garrick and the team here at Nehi. So thank you very much. Congratulations, Ms. Young. Well, good luck on your new home. And thank you all for coming today. Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, and it is a great afternoon, and welcome to your new home. Welcome home. That's just great. And I want to thank all my partners up here because basically Baltimore Community Lending has been in business for over 30 years here in the city. We're a CDFI, a Community Development Financial Institution, and we are proud that have been working on this for so long and to get to this day. And we were a project financing partner as well as a number of us up here, and we just want to say thank you, and it's great to be partners and great to have partners who are like family. Thank you.
Now, this big guy here, come on. This is Fulton Bank, and this guy worked with us to provide the mortgage, so y'all know he's special.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me here. Garrett, it's been a process, man. We've been doing it for a while. Glad we're here. Ms. Young, it's been a pleasure working with you and getting you into this home. Fulton Bank, we are a regional bank. We have several local offices. My office is right down on North Wolf Street, right by Johns Hopkins, so about 1.5 miles away or so. But we've just been working in the community. I'm focused on, so I'm a CRA loan officer, so my primary target market is for low to moderate income, majority minority community. So the goal is to help people get into homes. In addition to the subsidy that was provided here, we provided additional funds through other grants that was able to reduce the loan amount tremendously. It's just been a great process and just glad to see you get here. And of course, in the real estate business, the greatest 3 words ever that we got this morning was that we are clear to close. All right, so we are at the finish line, and just thanks a lot for having me. Bye.
I think it goes without saying that it's extremely important to have a partnership with the private finance institutions. And a real champion of this vision, I could not say enough, has been PNC Bank through the leadership of Mr. Chris Rocky, who is completely trusted by his president, Laura Gamble, to make things happen. Chris, I've got to bring you forward. When you come forward, I got to get a big hug because on those days when I'm like, damn, is anybody hearing this? Chris was like, Denise, we got you. We understand. We're going to help you figure out how to overcome the barriers. He's a problem solver. He's a people person. He cares. Chris, come on up here.
Babe. Wait. You see that, Sean?
Oh, and one other thing I got to share with you all. Chris and I are in a documentary discussing structural racism, and you should hear the prophetic and profound things he has to say. I'll get that film for you all real soon. Come on, Chris.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And you're not here to see me. I just want to say congratulations. This is huge. First step in really creating generational wealth. Super huge, big deal for you and your son. And congratulations, and congratulations. I'm just happy to be here sharing it with all of you. I'm standing between you and some great gifts, it looks like, and it's super hot, so I'm getting off.
Okay. Well, with that, Ms. Young, would you come forward? Okay, y'all, this is when I get to be Oprah. I love it. Mr. Mayor, would you also come forward? And where's your son? Is he here? Come on, baby. Come on to Grandma. Okay. Now, Mr. Mayor,
Yep.
you got the keys for him to give to him? Okay. Oh, we're not gonna do it. Okay. Okay, so come on forward. Come on forward, y'all. Okay. Now wait a minute, hold up. We gotta do this. Let's you all go in front of this podium. Okay. Come on, baby, because I want them to see you. Because this is about generational wealth. Turn around. Turn around that way, baby, so they can see you. Miss Dorsey gonna move the mic. Now, first and foremost, we have, I feel like Oprah. We got gifts for you. Congratulations. Mr. Mayor has a gift for you. What is that in that bag?
Congratulations, man. Thank you. I'm being a wife with you guys.
He said he's better right. Woo! Let the bag drop. Oh, glasses for her home. Okay. There's some more stuff in there. Okay.
So
You-
let me just do the gift.
Yeah. So Oprah is now going to be helped, as she always is, by the executive director. He knows about all these presents. Come on, baby.
Yeah, Ms. Young, we don't. So what we wanted to do is, we not only wanted to take the time today just to have a press conference and celebrate our success. We wanted to do a welcome. So what you've got is a culmination of gifts. I believe this is from Chevelle's aunt, and we have a collection of gifts from the board, the stewardship committee of Knee-High, and the staff. And so you've got a TV, a couple of gift cards.
Hold up. Now you got to do this TV. I told you I feel like Oprah. Come on, Mr. Mayor, do the TV.
Ma'am, you have a 50-inch TCL Roku TV with Netflix streaming capability, Disney Plus, as we say in Baltimore, Hulu. I gotta see, Madam Executive, I'm not finished yet. Oh, Apple TV, Roku, and Peacock. Congratulations. I always wanted to do that.
Now you know the other thing is you got to have some money, but I can't give you green money, but I can give you a $250 gift card to help you with your move-in. Come on, baby. And come on around here to Grandma. Come on, baby. And we got a $250 gift card to help you set up your room. All right. Oh, baby.
Okay. Thank you.
doing what you did. That was courage too, to want to buy a house.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear me? She was thanking me and the community, but what I was saying to her before she makes her remarks, thank you for being the hope of the city, having the courage to step out on faith and buy a house. Now, but you also know now, as a homeowner, you got to be a part of the community association. Isn't that right, Miss Sadie? There it is.
I will.
All right, darling, go right ahead.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. My name is Chevelle Young. I just want to say that homeownership to me means a lot. I grew up in Baltimore City, and you know, in this area code, and I always thought that, you know, people who owned homes was in a higher tax bracket, you know, and I thank Lehigh for making this day possible for me, you know, and with the Community Land Trust. Thank you to all the community leaders. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, you know, for funding this. And for people like me to own a home, you know, it really does mean a lot. It's affordable, you know. And I'm creating generational wealth for my son. You know, leaving a legacy for him means a lot. And I'm just grateful, and thank you for all your generosity. And I'm excited to own a home.
Chevelle, this is what it's all about. It can't happen unless community, with all of our gifts and our special interests, coming together to make it happen. And I pledge to you, Mr. Mayor, that the Community Land Trust movement, not only Lehigh, but South Baltimore, Charm City, Cherry Hill, Westport, we all plan to repeat this experience over and over and over again. Okay, y'all, it's hot, mother's hot. Get some refreshments. We are done. Thank you so much.
You was showing your room? All right, cool. I'll follow you, sir. This is your room right here? My man, I like this room. I like this room.
My name is Chevelle Young, and it's important to be a homeowner today because, you know, paying rent, you know, you're paying someone else's mortgage. But, you know, when you pay your own, you're giving money back to yourself, you know, and you build your own equity within your house, you know, and everything you put into it is yours, you know, and it will always be yours for generations, you know, to come. It feels great to have everyone come out to support, you know, so many community leaders that are doing great things for the community. It was just awesome. They showed up today, and they came out and they showed out, you know, for me, and I really do appreciate that, and I won't ever take that for granted. You know, they're doing an amazing thing for the community, you know, and they're helping families, you know, like myself, and it's very important to me because I can always, you know, give back to my son as well and let him know that, you know, his dreams are possible. My name is Chevelle Young, and I'm a homeowner. Yay.